Why is it that some people instantly look more attractive without even having big muscles? Imagine two men standing side by side. One is broad-shouldered, the other is not. Almost everyone chooses the first as more attractive, even if he has less muscle mass. Why? Because biology has wired us to prefer broad shoulders, especially women, who subconsciously see broad shoulders as a sign of strength, protection, and genetic fitness. But here's the surprising truth. It's not just about hitting the gym. In fact, your bone structure, specifically one overlooked bone in your upper body, plays a massive role in how wide and aesthetic your frame looks. And that bone is your clavicle, also known as the collarbone. The clavicle is like the foundation of your upper body frame. It's what gives you that structural V shape that humans naturally find attractive. Here's something most people don't know. The clavicle is the last bone in the human body to fully fuse. It keeps developing until around the age of 25, and in some cases, even into the mid or late 20s. That means there are natural ways to influence its alignment, posture, and even subtle improvements in width, if you know how to use biomechanics and training science correctly. Let's start with something simple but powerful: the way you sleep. If you sleep on your side every night, your clavicle bears uneven stress. Over years, this can slightly affect growth and alignment. But when you sleep on your back, your spine stays aligned, your chest stays open, and your shoulders naturally pull back. This posture not only prevents growth restrictions, but it also creates a subtle, consistent tension across the clavicle. Over time, this gentle tension contributes to better alignment, a straighter posture, and the illusion of a broader frame. It's not magic. It's biomechanics. Even small daily habits compound into major structural changes. But prevention is only step one. To actively improve your frame, you need to apply the right kind of stress. One of the most underrated methods? Dead hangs. It's as simple as hanging from a bar. When you hang, gravity pulls your entire body downward. Your spine decompresses, your shoulders are stretched outward, and your clavicle experiences a consistent, gentle tension. Now here's where science comes in. According to Wolff's law, bones adapt to the stress placed on them. Just like muscles grow stronger under resistance, bones remodel their structure to handle consistent tension. That means, over time, even the shape and positioning of your clavicle can subtly adapt. The result? A naturally broader, more structured upper body frame. Steve Reeves, one of the most iconic bodybuilders of the golden era. What made his physique stand out wasn't just muscle. It was his naturally broad, structured upper body. And one of the training secrets linked to this frame is the reverse deadlift. Here's how it works. You take a wide grip on the barbell, lift it like a deadlift, and then add a shrug at the top. This movement causes your scapula to retract and protract, placing a consistent stretch across your clavicle. Again, Wolff's law comes into play. That stress signals your bones to adapt, creating gradual structural improvements. And the best part? Even if your genetics aren't extraordinary, this method can still help enhance your natural width over time. You're not alone. Many people assume bone shape is entirely genetic and fixed, but science says otherwise. Orthopedic studies have shown that bones continuously remodel in response to stress. That's why astronauts lose bone density in space due to lack of gravity, and why athletes often develop denser, stronger bones in the areas they use most. The clavicle is no exception. With the right mechanical stress, through posture, stretching, and targeted exercises, you can encourage subtle but visible improvements in how your frame looks. And while we're not talking about overnight miracles, even a few millimeters of clavicle adaptation can make a huge difference in appearance. Sometimes, perception matters more than measurement. Bones don't just respond to stress, they also need fuel. For real, sustainable improvements, your diet plays a critical role. A calcium-rich diet supports bone strength, while collagen-boosting foods, like bone broth, fish, and vitamin C-rich fruits, help with remodeling and repair. Think of it this way: stress is the signal, but nutrition is the building material. Without both, the construction stops. Now, let's step beyond biology into psychology. Why does a broader frame matter so much? Psychologists believe it's tied to evolutionary cues. For thousands of years, wider shoulders signaled strength and protection. Even today, studies suggest that people with broader upper bodies are subconsciously perceived as more confident and dominant, even before they say a single word. This doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you see yourself. When you stand taller, with open posture and broader presence, your confidence rises. And confidence, more than anything, is what people find magnetic. Your clavicle, the simple collarbone, might just be the most underrated part of your looks-maxing journey. By improving your posture, sleeping on your back, practicing dead hangs, trying movements like reverse deadlifts, and fueling your bones with the right nutrition, you can gradually enhance your frame in ways most people never even think about. And remember this, it's not about chasing perfection. It's about small, consistent progress. The kind of progress that, over months and years, transforms not just how you look, but how you feel and how the world responds to you. At the end of the day, real attraction isn't about flawless genetics. It's about building the best version of yourself with the tools you have. And sometimes, that begins with a single overlooked bone, the clavicle.